All right. Part one kind of froze up. I kind of moved forward a little bit. Not sure what you saw, what you didn't. But we're going to move on from this. All right. The last one stopped right after you told bye to Zeus. Okay. I'm not even sure where that was. I was just rambling. You know me. Um let's see. I did cut a couple of cards. I cut Click, Tamashi, Brimaz. Those are probably the ones that I cut. I'm just moving through Baron. I don't know what to consider Baron. Maybe removal, maybe draw. Emery is nice. Like self mill. I don't have a lot of recursion. I don't have a lot of artifacts either. So I'll probably cut the Emery. Grazilax is fantastic draw. Alirios Entrapped is just kind of more token stuff. I don't know how much I'm gonna like that. Um, Thassa probably isn't needed, especially if it isn't going to like guaranteed um legend hit. So we can cut that. Honor Worn and a Relic of Legends, both are ramp. Cloudstone Curio is kind of a blink idea. Sword of Hearth and Home is blink, but also ramp. Peregrine Dynamo is cheap and just copying it, kind of like the Sakashimas. Sword of Feast and Famine is untapping. Sword of Light and Shadow and Fire and Ice. I like Fire and Ice because it's draw and removal. The life gain just does not matter nearly as much on Light and Shadow. We will cut that. All right, Inspiring Call is nice protection and draw. Jiang Yanggu is ramp. Nature's Cloak is there for the greenness and 1/1 counters for Nissa. All right, Linvala is protection. Nyamba is kind of a blink. Zamone is kind of a little bit of draw, kind of a little bit of ramp, probably more ramp than anything at this point. Hero's Blade has no part in here. Um yeah, no real reason. Aspect of Wolf is just in the green department. I have Thassa Deep Dwelling in my Essex deck. So it blinks like token creators. I don't have a proxy of it. I'm not gonna pull that one. Cryptolith Right is there for mana. Shakigi is for mana. Sakura Tribuilder mana. Tokens. Fog. Mana. Scry. Mana. Draw. There's that pump. Sensei's Golden Tail is there, kind of there for the pump. Boom. Counter. It's cheap, but I don't know if I need that. Hmm. Maybe we consider that protection. Gretchen is there to draw. That's to ramp. That's to protect. We've kind of got rid of the flash aspect, so we can get rid of hunting grounds. Oh yeah. I do have. I do have the teleportation circle, and I have Soul Herder. So I have some blink aspects in here. I just don't know how deep I want to go because I still like the idea of +1/+1 counters. Thrasios is there to draw. Essior is the protect. Draw. All right. This is a potential to draw Spell Sky Protect. Cunning Evasion. We could put that in the blink spot, like technically. Chart of Course is to draw. Familiar's Ruse is to protect. This is in the forest aspect. Jace is draw. Spectre Shroud probably isn't needed. We don't have like any discard stuff. Like it's just not needed. Greaves and Boots are there to protect. Signet is drawing. Blade of Selves, I think we put that in the blink section, just trying to get more hits. Song of Praelis is mana. It I don't know if that's necessary. Maybe. It depends on if we boil it down to that, Renshai, if the blink package is your protection package, because like, let's see, what's a good example? Like, technically, Cloudstone Curio is not a protection card, but a meal could be considered that. So right now, we need to decide like how many of these we want to be running. Like, obviously, Interlude is a protection card. Um, and it just depends on how many we want to be running. And then probably on the next time when we come around, we'll see how many more how many spots actually fit in there. Elvish Reclaimer is just there to go and get the land, but it'll be mana. All right. Warrior's Lesson is draw. One with nature is mana. Sixth Sense is draw. Crop rotation is mana. 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 Draw. Blink. Blink. See, this is just shit. There's little nothings. That's removal. Risk is there for the tokens. Scrying. Blink. Protection. Draw. Draw. Protection. Land. Protection. That is a pump. Mana and draw. Okay. Plenty of everything at this point. Boy, oh boy. All right. Let me get a drink here. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't plan on making it my whole protection package for sure. So the question ends up being, all right, we're at 10:43. Jesus, we are not even close, right? All right, let's try and trim down the ramp and the drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right. We should be able to cut 10 from the draw at this point. Just attack it, try and get it down to 20. All right, top. I kind of like the idea of the auras. As long as you can like play it and draw one, that's at least a cantrip. So I'm fine with those. Let's see, Sixth Sense. And I like the idea of Warrior's Lesson. Artificer's Assistant. I think we're going to cut Esper Sentinel at this point. Like, again, so many creatures. I'd rather have the enchantments. I don't know. All right, Sylvan Library makes it at this point. Grazilek totally makes it. Edric, yes. Probably keep as many of these as you can on the legendary creatures, though, right? So to make the auras and stuff, yeah. Reki, I think, makes the cut. Guardian Project is in. I think Benny does not because it's just kind of like draw one. Probably. Yeah, that seems right. I like Watley. Let's see here. Flip a lid. I like Thrasios and Gretchen. Karuga makes a lot of sense for me. Haka, Jin Gataxius. Let's see where we're at right now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. Add 4 more, and that's it for now. All right. Reality ship makes sense. That's 1. I want Kolvori. That's 2. Just because, being a legend or a creature token you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. I like that better than Keeper of Fables, so we can definitely stop looking at Keeper of Fables. So we did not. I only have one Toski. I don't have a proxy, and that is Toski is in my my Auras deck. It is another Bant deck, but it's in an Auras deck that I like having the protection on it, so with the indestructible. So Toski won't be here, but it's definitely a good call. Chilean would be really good here. So you like the idea of Chilean, like it's nice ramp, it's casting stuff. I do agree. Is that 3? 1, 2, 3. And looking for one more to put in here. Like Oran makes a ton of sense. Curiosity Crafter makes sense. Um, Tatiova. Let's cut Heroes Podium. We don't have to have that one. Season of Growth also is nice and cheap, but I think I'd rather have like a cantrip in there than that at this point. Artificer's Assistant, Igna. I think I'd be okay cutting all of those. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19. Yeah, I'm okay cutting all of these. Maybe leave around Artificer's Assistant just cause. No, that's worse than Season of Growth. We'll get rid of that. And that's we won't worry about that from now on. There is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 9, 44, 46. 46. Plenty of cuts there, right? Aim to get that down to 20 as well. Boy, oh boy. That's all right. Making some huge cuts here already. All right. All right. We'll go Soul Ring. I think we go Birds, and I think we kind of look at what you're saying as well. So if it's doing multicolored, we give it a high pass at this point. Noble, Birds of Paradise make the deck. Llanowar, Elves, Mystic, Findhorn, they can go. I think we get rid of Expedition map as well, but leave in Crop Rotation. I like one with Nature. I'm gonna like the sorceries, the 3 of them: Farseek, 3 visits, and the other one. Let's see if we can find those. Nature's Lore, Farseek, 1, 2, 3. There we go. So we have Crop Rotation. I think we do Elvish Reclaimer along with Sylvan Scrying. So we have 3 different ways of searching for the Yavimaya, at least. Sorry. All right. Creatures that gets creatures tapping 4 mana. Still like Arcane Signet. Oh, Jace's Draw. Okay. We're up to 20 there. Oh, so is Charter Course. All right. We're at 21 there. I might have messed it up a little bit, I guess. I like Song of Freyalise with Keenan. Let's cut Sakura Tribe Elder. We don't really have any way to recur it, even though it's a fantastic card. I like Shikigi, Cryptolith Right, Zamone. I'm all right with that. Jing, Sword, Honor, Relic. Let's go through and just hit any card that we definitely want to hit. I like the idea of Tangleroot. Yeah, bye, Steve. I like the idea of Rishkar, Jahira, Nature's Will, Leyline, Bear Umbra, Ashaya, Nissa. Oh boy. That might 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 21, 22, 29, 30. That's 30. So we cut 16 at that point. Is there anything that I definitely want in and has like different spots? Thought I can go away. Slugger can go. Azusa. Not even sure what Nissa does. ETBs, look forest, reveal it, put it in your hand. And if it's like 7 or 8, reveal a top card of the land, put it in the battlefield. Put a legendary 4/4 on tap. Up to 6 target lands that become 6/6. Yeah, that can be cut. I like the idea of Growing Right still in there, and Old Nodbone. I don't have a problem with that per se. Yeah, those can go. Druid's Repository, Savala, Nissa, Savala. I don't have a lot of big creatures anyway. Azusa, Slugger. All right, I'm right with that. For now, we gotta attack this mana spot. We're at 21 in drawing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 20, 32. All right. We definitely have like 12 more to cut there, but we won't worry about it for now. We'll cut. Let's get rid of Old Gnawbone. I just think that's not so late in the game. Unless I'm able to just ramp like crazy. All right. Removal. Let's get rid of Path. Just for the sake of getting rid of it. It's very good. Tomic lands on the battlefield and land cards in graveyards can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. So they can't go after my Yavimaya, right? And opponents can't play land cards from their graveyards. It doesn't feel very stacksy to me. I'm willing to cut that. Renshai, you can be the if you feel like that needs to be in there, go ahead. But I'm more looking for like legends that do a little bit more stacksy stuff. So that's what I'm looking for. You gave a lot of suggestions on non-legendary stuff, and I get that. But I don't need that noise. I like the idea of Limvala, Gaddock Teague, Derevi, Guafa Hazid, Redane, Thalia, Dosen, Feline goes in, Michikonda, Linvala, Grand Arbiter, Yasharn, Slingers, Dramoka, Lavinia, Azor. I think. Okay, cutting Tomic is fine. Yeah, I kind of figured that. I think Baron has to go. I just don't have space for it per se. This isn't really a bounce deck. This is a blink deck. So it'd be good to be blinked, but let's see here. For what it's worth, if you want to proc Jedit every turn, you probably need around 28 legendary creatures, I think. Feel like you're probably close to that. Not many people play any sort of land destruction or play lands from graveyards. Yeah, I agree, Renchai, and I agree, Black Horizon. We'll see where we're at. Like after I get a few rounds of cutting. I think Sword can go away. I think we keep Aura Shards, but these two can go. I think Stalking Leonin and Perplexing Test can go away. And that'll be that for now. Let's see here. I like the idea of Hope at this point. You're saying I need more counter spells, so we'll keep Fierce Guardianship in, along with an offer you can't refuse, Boots and Greaves, Familiar Ruse. I'm all right with that. Oh, yeah, Aura Shards is pretty brutal in any creature heavy deck. I just don't have a lot of artifact or enchantment removal, and so when that's the case in a creature deck, I'll put it in there just to make sure that I can kind of consistently deal with it if I draw it at least. One other thing I've been thinking, auras kind of don't play nice with blink. That's a good point. Leaning into that, but we're thinking, oh, okay. But most of the auras I'm playing are going on the tokens, which also don't play nice with blink. And so it should work. Like I'm not going to want to blink those tokens. Since they're unblockable, that's where like the draw spells are coming into play. Familiar Ruse is bringing back a legend, so I like that idea there. Spellskite still works in my mind. Same thing with SER. Safi I like. Dorothy can probably. I think it's going to be cut. I think we cut it. I think it works here. I think it should be cut. Doesn't do enough. Druid's Deliverance is nice for the populate, and Vala for the indestructible. Same thing, Aspiring Call. Allura is nice. It kind of brings some creatures back. Miri, Seal of Godhead. Can probably cut that. I don't necessarily care about Jedit attacking. Like, it doesn't really matter. Nils is cool. Masako, the Humorless. I shouldn't be attacking with a bunch of my legends. That doesn't mean I want to be blocking with them either. Um, yeah, Jeff. We do proxies. So Adam designed this, and we give those away to our patrons and stuff like that. Adam has over 300 different proxies that you can choose from. A lot of really cool ones. So but yeah, we play with a bunch of proxies. We own the cards. That's our rules, not yours. You can have whatever you want. That's a really good point, Paul, about Dulcium. I don't have an extra that's in my Street Fighter deck right now, but I do agree with that idea. Yeah. You that's the same thought that I was thinking, Black Horizon. The problem is there a problem really? I don't know if I really want to be blocking with those kitties though either. I think I think I'm gonna want to bank on the legends doing the blocking and hoping that like the +1/+1 counters makes them meaty enough. But I do Masako is always like good to consider, and then I always cut it. So I don't know. I don't know. So all right, I picked up everything. I got to figure out where I was. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, I like Michiko. She'll probably stay. Rootborn defense. I like giving my creatures indestructible, especially in a heavy creature deck. Tishar is solid rebound. I like Baird, Shalai. So these two are questionable. I think Lifeline over Luminous Broodmoth, even though like a Wrath is not as good as this. Let's go with Lifeline. Just try and cut down so much creature reliance. But that is a lot of protection right there. Ugh. Ugh. All right. That'll have to get cut down, but we'll do like CMC order next time. All right, let's go with the forest matter part. Gaining life. I want to try and get that in there along with aspect of wolf. Nature's cloak could be nice. One off. Miri, Song of the Dryad, Dungrove, Blanchwood. Is there anything I hate? Probably don't like the Scarwood Bandits. I'm okay cutting that. I probably should cut Dungrove Elder. Force you control. Yeah. I'll cut Dungrove. Yeah, I'll bet you Dulcim Stacks is really good. I I, I mean stacks are pretty goddamn good anyway. And then you're just being able to draw gas. You're doing quite well for yourself. I like that, that. Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. We'll cut Nature's Cloak at this point. Concerted effort of all creatures, including legendaries, for is that the one that's like four forest, two colorless enchantment, all creatures, including the legendaries, forest walk? I think I did. Um, but the problem in my mind was that it gave everybody's creatures forest walk, and so that crackback could be bad. 2 white, 2 colorless. Oh, is that the one that gives creatures? That's the one from, like, Ravnica block, isn't it? Like, Guild Pack? I'm looking it up right now. Um As flying, the same is true for fear, first strike, double strike, land walk, protection, trample, and vigilance. I did not. I missed the land walk part. That's a really good point, Jeff. That's a really good point. All right, let me let's see here. That's red. I'll add it into the mix, not that I need it. Unless I did. No, I don't think I did anything with that one. All right, let's see here. Let's see if it's in this section. I'm not 100% sure. There it is. All right. Might as well grab a few more cards that I kind of was wanting to pull anyway. Let's do Peer and Toothy. Since we're here just looking for cards. Shoot. We're probably fine for now. The only card I really want in here is Hamza. That's going to be hard to find. That's not in my. That is not in my deal. All right. So put that there. That would go in the draw section, which I don't really need. That could be the pump section. Bloop. All right. All right. All right. All right. We're fine with the force stuff. There's enough there. All right. Let's go with. I don't have a problem with the copying of Legends. That's fine. All right. I think I still like Yoshi, but not Isamaru. We can get rid of that. All right. Token support or creation. Let's see here. I like Reese. Jor-El can probably be cut. Elerios can probably be cut. I like these two because they are very similar to Jedit, but without the forced walk. Kadira. All right. We got two there. These are kind of the token support. All right. With that so far. All right. Let's see here. Concerted effort. I like Peer along with Lazev. Let's see here. I like the idea of Bloodforged Battle Axe, 1/1 counters. I think Sensei Golden Tail can get cut. I like the idea of that. Tangible Virtue. Nissa putting 1/1 counters on everything. Kahira probably doesn't affect enough. Sprying Leader. Still like that. Ronus probably doesn't. It's not like really on theme. I'm okay cutting that. King Darian. Making tokens, +1/+1. I'm cool with that. Protection. Renata. I'm okay with that. And Macias, I'm cool with that. Path of Discovery can be cut though. Not a legend. Stuff like that. All right. 1/1 counters. The boost. And then That's kind of a boost. All right. The question ends up being I could potentially get the first. Hmm. Right? Like that's. I mean, there's still like 1/1 counters on stuff. I like this one. +2/+2. Is +2/+2 better than +1/+1 in vigilance? I don't know. I like the idea of concerted effort, though. Giving everything Forest Walk seems real aggressive. All right, we'll keep these around for now. Then we'll look at our curve. This is going to get late. Sorry. All right. Blink stuff. Let's see where this goes. All right. One shot, Essence Flux, Cloud Shift, Ephemerate, Blade of Cells. I think Blade of Cells can get cut. Same thing with Cunning Evasion. Like, not going to be terribly worried about that. Niambi is cool. Down with that. Cloudstone Curio, same thing. Words of Wisdom, Soul Herder as one-offs. Eldrazi Displacer, maybe. Eerie Interlude is nice at instant speed. Teleportation, this is blinking everything. Let's see here. Eldrazi Displacer, I have no reduction. It's not legendary. Another target creature, then return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. We can cut Eldrazi Displacer. Well, that's a good point too. Panharmonicon being able to that affects. Let's see how many ETBs there are. I do like Ephemerate, Cloud Shift, Essence Flux, and Eerie Interlude. Like those are big for me in this one. Just like adding in the protection. So the question ends up, and I like the. All right, let's reread Niambi. You may return another target creature you control to its owner's hand. If you do, gain life equal to that creature's converted mana cost. I'd have to pay green for each token that I want to do, but yes, I agree with you on that, and I should have enough ETB stuff going on in here. All right, Niambi's cool because it's a legend, a meal, pay 3, another target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its control. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay green or white, put a 1/1 count on it. If it's a unicorn, put 2. Yeah. I like a meal. So what don't I like out of this? I probably like teleportation circle. I probably like Oji. Probably cut Words of Wind. Probably cut Displacer Kitten just because I'm so creature heavy. I still think I'm pretty creature heavy, so at the very least. Brago, King Eternal. All right, I don't hate those cards. All right, we'll go CMC order. Let's see here. All right, 4 3s, 2 1 4 1 2. I don't know if I like that. Kind of want to find Hamza. Hamza seems dope as fuck in here. 3s, 1s. Probably need just a couple of cantrips in here, like Preordain and Ponder as well. Just to smooth out some of this stuff. 2, 2, 3s, 4, 5, 3. Twos. Ham steaks. I didn't even know that was a nickname of his. 5, 6, 5, 4s. Oh, I didn't do that right. 5, 4. 5. All right. So let's see here. Twos. 1. All right. All right. Let me see, because I almost showed you my. So some of the other cards that I found a little bit later. So Zagana was something I was thinking about adding in there because I could draw another card, be nice to blank, stuff like that. But I think at this point it's not something, and then it gives creatures trample. Probably willing to not have that. Great Henge obviously would be pretty good in here. But what deck is it not good in? Roll Lesk does the proliferate. Have a good night, Renshai. Pier, we got that one. Master Chef puts 1/1 counters on stuff. Lulu was pretty good there too. Kerbis is good for protection. Hamza, I think Hamza is probably the best one that I want to find. Adana's Climb gives a nice pump. Denry also gives 1/1 counters of stuff. Kazur, 1/1 counter on that creature. Quandrix. Keen Sense is something I need to get. I don't know where my copies went. I think Hamza's. Give me a quick second. Hamza is something that I think is pretty big for this deck. I just need to grab that. All right. All right. All right. Hamza is 6 mana, 5/5. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it. And creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it. Yeah, that's true. That's a cool card. I don't know if I have any extra copies. I just have it in my Varric landfall, and I have it in my other landfall, the 4 mana or the 4 color one. Hands was technically there, but good. All right, there's still tons of cards here, but we've made some progress. We've cut this many cards so far. We probably have about equal parts at this point, so got to be a bit aggressive here. I like Jin. I like Micaeus. I don't have any problem with either of them right now because this could totally be a counters deck. It could also just be a blink. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure. I agree. It feels like I'm pulled a little bit both ways. I like the idea of having them become like mana. All right, Hamza, Dramoka, Azor, Gaia's Liege, and Jedit Ojanen. I like all of those. We're still kind of fat up there at top, but I'm cool with that so far. Ashaya makes sense to me. Nissa, what else does she do? Put 3/1/1s. If you get an emblem with lands you control have indestructible, search your library for any number of force cards, put them on the battlefield tap, then shuffle your library. 6, 7, 8. Non-creature land you control. Untap it. It becomes still land. Yeah. No, she seems good doubling mana. I just didn't know what the other ones do. Mary's Wake is solid. A pump. Karuga seems like it's gonna be a good draw spell. I like that. Chulane seems solid enough. Draw a card, then you may put a land card from your hand. Cathar's Crusade is a very good card. I agree. It's one of my hate cards though, just because of how long it takes people to put counters on there, and I'm no different. So I probably won't put that in here. But I agree. I think I'm gonna cut Chulane. It might just be a little expensive for what I got going on. Slinger seems good. I like Lavinia and maybe worrying about Lifeline and that kind of stuff. Yeah, man, Cathar's Crusade just slows a game down. People complain about Sensei's Top, and it's like, no, it's Cathar's Crusade. And plus, it is one of those cards that kind of go over the top a bit, and it would end games pretty quick. So I'm gonna cut Lifeline, just forgo any sort of protection there. All right, fours, threes, and twos got to be aggressive on those cuts. All right, I like the idea of Bear Umbra. I should sit down and see what these packages look like. Opening hand, you may begin the game with it in the battlefield. Whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional green. And then it has counters. I'm okay with that. Nature's Will can untap a ton. Guardian Project is draw. Watley seems solid. I like it in this deck. Toothy. All right. Whenever you draw a card, put a 1 counter on it, and whenever it leaves the battlefield, draw a card for each 1/1 counter on it. Yeah, that seems good in here. Colvori. All right. 4/4 for probably a 6/6. And you can pay to look at the top 6 cards, put a legendary creature card from among them into your hand, put the rest on the bottom, and then if you are in trouble, choose a creature type. That doesn't really matter here because it just adds a green for legendary spells. Legendary creature spell. So that's fine. Like kind of doing both things. I dig it. Yasharn is solid. Grand Arbor, yeah. Ichiko Konda, Tashar. I still like that here. Shalai, Baird, Thelonite Monk, creating just maybe locking them out. Probably not, but maybe. To be spending your mana every turn to play a legend and make a cat. So am I starting to wonder if you should look for more passive buffs than mana outlets? What do you mean by passive buffs? So kind of like the intangible virtue. and just like start buffing creatures. I don't know how much each other creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. Devotion Green. Yeah. Yeah, Cathar's Crusade. I I kinda wanna cut Renata. You know what? We might end up cutting the, +1 counter idea. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm wondering, like, let's see here. If I, because it's the ideas, like, there's too many ideas in here, and I don't have any problem with that. Let's see what we could do if we were cutting just for the +1/+1 counters. Like, if we're like, "This should be in here for +1/+1 counters." Doesn't mean that they can't be good or whatnot, but, um, I think we cut Leyline of Abundance with that thought process. I still like Mirari's Wake. I still like Hamza. Do I still like Hamza? That's a good question. And then I can cut Macias. But I'm not really blinking a whole ton either. Maybe enough though. Let's kind of think about these cards. I think we cut them for now. But man. We'll keep them. Not helping. Not helping myself, am I? Alright. Jaheira makes sense at this point. Rishkar, I like. Tangerut, dot dot. Dot dot. Yangu. Yeah. I have not put together the land base, but township is probably a fairly good consideration in here. Reki, Feline, Dosen, Thalia, Redine. Oh boy. That's in there. Alora? Let's cut Alora. I think we can get rid of that at least. Nils, I still like Nils in here. Miri, Rootborn, Dryad, that can make some huge guys. Still like Miri, Pure Green Dynamo, Torrens, Queen, Kadira. So we'd cut Nissa, but Inspiring Leader. The creatures. Dude, I'm going to cut Cloudstone Curio. I think it's a bit more work than I need. I think if I'm just drawing enough cards, I don't have to worry about bouncing things back and forth. And I think we'll cut Soul Herder as well. It's good. We just got to find some cuts. At this point, that has an activated ability that costs mana. I think it's fine to keep +1 counters if they happen just as you're playing. All right. Maybe. Farseek, we got those lands that come into play. Zamone, Cryptolith Right, Shikigi, Keenan. We tap a non-land permanent for mana. Song of Fraley's. Boom. How much do I care about Thrasios and Gretchen Tillowitch? Yeah, they're good enough right now. Drawing, scrying. Off the top, I like Gaddock Teague, Lavinia. Chart a course. Draw a discard. Safi's solid. Essior. Spellskite. We can cut Ruse. Boots. Da, da. We'll cut Anafenza. I like putting it on the lowest power isn't super necessary. I think we cut Intangible Virtue as well. Like, it's probably pretty good here. Maybe I'm leaning more into the blink aspect, but I don't know if we really need to do that. Yeah. Elvish Reclaimer. I still like that there. I like that. Crop rotation. I think I'm going to cut Warrior's Lesson just because I'd rather have Preordain or Ponder in this spot. And I just don't have them in the piles yet. I still like the auras where I can get it continually time after time. And I'm sure something like Coastal Piracy would be better, but I have that in 2 other decks already, and like Thassa's Biden and stuff like that. So we'll just skip that for now, just to have a different feel for the deck. Top. I think we cut an offer. We can keep fierce. We'll keep the free stuff, right? Free stuff is pretty good when you want to be spending all your mana on your turn. I still like Hope. I like Reese to add the counters. Yoshimaru can get huge. I like that. Still like Bloodforge. Blink, blink, blink. Let's get the cantrips to consider. Real quick. Maybe it's in this pile. Not 100% on that. Let's see here. All right. Preordain. Ponder in there. All right. Let's get a Ponder. All right, let's get that out of the way. Let's find ourselves a Ponder. Let's see here. Curiosity technically could go in here as well. Ponder. Yeah. All right. Get a glass of water. And then I think thanks for joining Black Horizon. Appreciate you coming out and the time that you put in. I know it's getting pretty late. So we're getting the pile down respectable. Let's put this into card type piles at this point. Just see wherever we know that we are heavy creature right now. And that's okay. It's expected. Just the question ends up being like, are we too far off? Are we not balanced enough? And so like what has too much that we didn't expect? Let's put some creatures down, huh? still like the idea of Keenan in here, but it might be a package that just has to get dropped. Um, all right, instance, sorcery. Instant that we can probably. Yeah, we are pretty creature heavy. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Maybe I don't. Well, kind of like the idea of those clones in there being able to copy more legendary creatures. Yeah, plenty. All right, let's check everything else out. All right. More planeswalkers than I normally use. All right. I think I'm going to get aggressive on this. Like, let's see here. I like Huatley and I like Nissa. So I kind of want them in here. I think the other Nissa, Voice of Zendikar, and Jiang. Hold on. Gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the number of lands you control. One counter on target creature. Add 1 mana of any color. I think we cut Wildcrafter and Nissa. I'm okay with this Nissa and Huatley. Very low on artifacts here. I like Swords of Famine and Home. I like Relic and Shaku. I like Boots and Greaves, Ring and Signet, Top. Combat damage to a player. Create a token that's a copy of Bloodforged Battle Axe. I think we cut the axe and maybe Tangleroot. Jaheira is in there. So we cut the axe. I think I'm going to cut Tangleroot as well. Plays a spell. That player adds green to his or her mana. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up cutting that as well. I think it's a really good ad here, but got to cut stuff. Let's go to enchantments. That's a lot of enchantments. Did not expect that. Mary's Wake, Bear Umbra, Nature's Will is going to be crazy. Guardian Project, the tokens. Makes enough sense. Teleportation. I like concerted effort. That was a real good suggestion. Hold on to your lunch. Leyline. That's the question. I think we cut Leyline. Growing Rights, or Shards, Blanchwood Armor, Song. I like the idea of Inspiring Leader. Put a 1/1 counter on everything. Sylvan Library is probably pretty good. Just, I still want that in there. Let's draw a bunch of life. 1, 2, 3. Cut Abundance. I'm probably going to have to dig into those enchantments a bit more. Second Harvest. Inspiring Call. It's a nice draw spell. Your Interlude. Druid's Deliverance. Crop Rotation. Toot, toot. Toot, toot, toot. Not a lot of instants, but enough instants. I don't know if I need to populate. 3. I don't hate any of these, though. They're pretty good. Land. Go get a land. Draw. I don't dislike any of that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6. 50. 50. That's not good. I have a bigger pile of creatures. All right, let's see if we can slim this down just a bit, huh? All right, we're getting to what? 1140. All right. My oh my, this is I think we can cut Kolvori. Like the idea of Toothy, Linvala, Michiko, Tashar, Shalai, Baird. I don't think we need a meal. I don't think I want to be doing that activated thing like Warhammer was saying. I guess 40k. Sorry. Brago. I think we could cut Brago as well. I think it's still cool, but I think we can cut it here. I think we want. Maybe that's what it is. Kind of cut the a bit of the blink package down. There's not a lot there though. So Sakashima, Spark Double, Adrix. I think that's why we're not going to put in Panharmonicon. So if I'm getting rid of the blink ish, most of that blink package, and I have the token support, which would actually, that's a free add in the tokens. So we don't really need Panharmonicon in there too much. Oh gee, I still down with that. Renata, Call to the Hunt. I don't hate that. Jahira, Micaeus, Hamza, Redeem, Feline, Riki, Edric, Grazilax, Linvala. Can't attack or block. I'm down with that. I'm down with that, baby. Nils, you have a Maya. Zil and Purr. Torrens and Queen and Kadira. The Peregrine Dynamo. Still like the idea of Miri in there. Just Team Forest Walk. Hashtag Team Forest Walk. +1/+1 along with that hexproof and indestructible for them tokens. I like that. Keenan. Does Keenan even make it? Shit. Linvala. Gadrak. The Reality Chip. Haka. Yeah. Jace. Elsior. Safi. Spellskite. Niambi. Do I like Niambi? I don't hate it. Elvish. Bump. Hope. Reese. Yoshi. I was able to cut 3 out of my creatures. God damn it. That's not a lot. All right, so we're probably still over 100 cards. And I am all right. Let's put this back in the piles of what they do. What are they doing in the deck? Right. All right. Ramp. I might have to. All right. I'll just draw. We'll consider blinks the protection. Along with that, that is blink. That is do. That's a bigger draw than anything. That's tokens. Draw. Land. I don't know if we need to pump. Like that's just forests. Mana. That's a pump. Some forest stuff. Removal. That's ramp. We'll get rid of teleportation circle. We'll cut that. Just keep our blink at instant speed. This is a pump. Got some token stuff right there. Draw. Ramp. Protection. Ramp. It's ramp. Blink. Ramp. Maybe draw and ramp. All right. Yoshi's not doing anything other than being cheap and aggressive. We'll cut it. We'll cut Yoshi. All right. That's some token stuff right there. That is protection. Ramp. That is technically, we'll say drawing. Even though that'd be bad draw, right? That's just probably bad draw. All right. Protection. Draw. Scry. Draw off the top. It's technically protection. Say protection. That'd be ramp. Consider that ramp. That is a buff. Probably just a creature. That is kind of doubling up on stuff. Token. Buffs. That is ramp. Ramp's up there. Protections. Not even sure where that is. But that's protection. We have plenty of protection, right? Consider that ramp. Draw, removal, protection. That's technically ramp. Boost. I don't know where that goes. It's kind of just like a blink. 2 life scry 2. Ugh. Protection. That's protection. Removal. Drawing cards. Technically ramp. Removal. Ramp. Drawing. Bloop. All right. We're going to switch this back over. The protection is going to be more removal in here anyway. All right. Token support. I like Adrix for sure. And so the question ends up being, we like the legendary support. I like Torrens. I like Queen. I like Reese. I probably like Second Harvest. And I think we'll cut Kadira, Anointed, and Parallel Lives. That hurts, but I think we do it. So we still have some token support just to like create a bunch. I think we'll go there. All right. These are kind of copying whatever legends we have in play, and that can whatever trigger. I'm cool with that. Hashtag Team Forest Walk section. Blanchwood Armor, along with Aspect of Wolf. I think we can cut Aspect of Wolf just because I don't want to remember to cut stuff in half, up and down, whatever that is. Thelonite Monk could potentially get cut. So if it was a legend, I'd keep it, no question. But sacking your own forests, kind of rough. Or green creatures. So I think we'll cut Monk. I'm all right with that small package there. Yeah, yo. All right. So what are these? I don't even. I like the idea. Whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. And when ETBs gain 2 life. And Scry 2, Renata, Macias, Per, and Laziv. I can create a 1/1. Hexproof and indestructible. I like concerted effort. I like inspiring leader. I don't dislike any of these. Especially with this, I like it with that little bit of an ETB going on, so it doesn't feels like I didn't necessarily lose the lose the counters off of stuff. Oji, the exquisite blade. I think we cut Oji. We don't necessarily need that. I think we just stick with the that bit. No boy. Oh boy. Is Pure and Lizelle worth it? Maybe. We'll have to see how many counters we can put on creatures, but Inspiring Leader just seems aggressive. And I'm okay with that. I like Mary Cat Warrior too. Alright, I don't dislike any of these. Especially with this being able to go get Toothy. Alright, we're good there. Alright. Alright, let's think about this just a wee bit. Alright. Protection. Alright. Blink, counter. Blink, blink, blink. Fog that populates. Indestructible that populates. Hexproof, Shroud. Spellskite? Kind of just there. I don't hate it though. Alright, Safi. Essior. Gaddock Teague. Lavinia. Nils. Oh man, these are. I take all of these. That didn't remove much. All right, removal. Hope. Guafa, or Hazard, Dosin, Thalia. Non-creature spells and opponents of 4 or more. What's this backside? If a source an opponent controls would deal damage to you or a permanent you control, prevent 1 of that damage. Whenever you or another permanent you control becomes a target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell unless that ability, unless the controller pays 1. I kinda like both of that. Alright, I'm done. I'm down. I'm gonna take them both. Lavinia the 10th with the blanks. We don't have a lot of blanks though, do we? I think we cut Lavinia. I'm alright with that. Keep Azor. One of those 2 I want in there. Dramoka. I think Azor that seems like fun. Sally, Michiko, Feline, and Aura Shards. Aura Shards might be an but this technically kills artifacts, which is roughly the same. Creatures. Oh, it's just creatures. I don't know if that matters nearly as much. Yeah. All right. Aura Shard stays in. I like Linvala cutting down. Yeah, Michiko, Zor, Dragon Lord, Dane, Thalia. I think I can cut Guafa. I can cut that. I'm down with that. All right. Let's see here. Draw. Still want to cut this down to 20. I know I've had some. So 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 24. Let's see here. I like Jin at the top spot. 3, 3, 3. Or you cast a legendary spell. Okay. 2s. Take a serious look. 1, 4, 2, 3. All right. I like Jin. I like Karuga in this. I like Guardian Project. Target creature gets +X+X. And I think. Like 2 thing. I think we can cut Huatli. I think we can cut Huatli. Not sure if I'm going to fully enjoy that, but all right. Reki, Edric, Grazilix, and Inspiring Call. I'm down for all those. They all make a bunch of sense to me. All right. Chart of Course, Library, Reality Chip, Haka, Flowblood, Gretchen Tillowitch, Jace. I think Niambi can get cut. Let's see what Jace's backside does. Up to 1 target creature gets -2, -0. You may cast target instant or sorcery from the graveyard. You get an emblem with whenever you cast a spell, target opponent puts the top 5 cards. So this is here for the draw discard aspect. I think I'd rather just draw cards. I can't blanket really. Well, we can get rid of Jace. And I like these enchantments there. Just simple, cheap. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 21. Let's try and cut one more out of this. Preordained, Ponder, Combat. Yeah, I like all them. Top, Gretchen, Thrasios, Haka, Reality. Library is kind of the cheating one, but Edric, Grass, Toothy. Oh, I like all of these. All right. Maybe we're just fine with it at this point. Let's look at our ramp. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 12, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. All right. We need to get aggressive and cut like 13. Let me get some water real quick. Oh, sorry. All right, let's check this out in order. 5, and Arbiter. Shaya is pretty good in there. Yasharn. Rishkar, I like. Jahira. Hamza. Derevi. Yavamaya. Zamone. Keenan. Forkaji Library. The rest on the graveyard. Non-legendary cards from your graveyard to your hand. I don't know if I like that either. One, 5. Technically 5. 2, 1, 5. Yeah. Okay. This will. 3, 2, 2. 1, 1. All right. So I think. Cut Farseek and put Sylvan Scrying in there. I want to make sure that gets in there. We want to get. Yeah, Vamaya. That's going to be important. All right. I consider Hamza a ramp card because it reduce. Yeah, Shikigi does seem cool. And I think, being able to replay it does some ramp, potentially getting stuff back from the yard. Like, it seems pretty cool. I agree, Paul. Feel like I'd be able to run some stuff out pretty quick with Hamza. I'm down with that. Wake, sword, Nissa. Do we cut Ashaya? Ashaya seems more like being able to untap the lands with Feast and Famine, Nature's Will, and Bear Umbra. I like those. Right? I like all of these. Yasharn. What does this do then? Players can't pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast spells or activate abilities. That kind of shuts down one of Adam's decks. I'm down with that. I like Ashaya and being able to untap the creatures. I have not. Doing a good job cutting though. Growing rights makes sense to me. Boom, boom, boom. The Revi, yeah. I don't know how many tokens I'm actually going to be making. Good night, Obadiah. Have a good one. That's just insane. I think we can cut those. We'll cut both of those. Sylvan, Nature's Lore, 3 visits. I like Cryptolith. Shit. More lands. The battlefield tapped. I like that. 1, 2, 3. Shit. $30. I got 3. I got 10 more. Come on. That's a goal. Cut 10 from this, do a count. Oh man, this deck is giving me struggles. It's getting late. All right. How do we cut 10 from this? One with nature. Elvish Reclaimer isn't really even, but I really, really want to get Yavimaya out. Throw more land cards in your graveyard. Wait for a land card, put it on the battlefield tap. I think we cut Elvish Reclaimer. It's not really a ramp card. Zamone. Keenan. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a non-human creature card from among them into the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom. There's 7. Land permanent. Is that cheap? Song of Freyalise. I think we can cut Song. Keep Cryptolith for now. I'm fucking all this up. Nature's Lore. Sylvan Scrying. Honor. Relic. Yeah. I really like the idea of Derevi and being able to untap some of these guys. Like Gaia's Liege. Just go like force, and just lock somebody out. Or just untap my land and get more stuff. I'm cool with that too. Growing Rights. Yasharn. Nature's Will is nice. Bear Umbra. I think Ashaya. Miri's Wake. Boom Boom. Shoot. Song of Freyalise. Is that what you meant? Oh, Song of the Dryads. Yes. That's the one that turns something into a forest. Yeah, that is in there. Oof. I got what? 1, 2, 8 more. That's the deck so far. That's a lot. 9, 10, 11, 12. $61. Pretty sure that's 61 right there. So that's what the deck need to cut that down to. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? We'll cut Spellskite. All right. 40. So we are 40 over. We are at 91. All right, so we're under 100, which is positive. Been at this for about 3 hours now. I mean, we made good progress. this. This is that's what we've cut so far, and that's what we have left. So we've cut more than we have. So that is a positive, and I was hoping to not have more than, 1 to 2. I guess this would be already part 2. Kinda wanted to get really close. So technically, I'd wanna be cutting, like, 20-ish cards at this point to get it down where I'd be happy not having to, like, record more stuff going on. Let's see here. See what our some of the packages are. Alright. +1/+1 counters. Let's see where that's at. And just stuff that does 1/1 counters. Alright. It's technically there. No, I don't really cut on pips. The big thing is like if it has like 3 or 4 color pips, then I become a bit more conscious, but if I'm in the ones and twos or, if I'm like if I need 3 colors or whatever, no, I don't worry about that. Um so that's not really something that I worry about. Let's see here. Plenty of creatures. This is kind of what we'll have to go through that. Hands is kind of working there too. Might have been cutting a lot of stuff here. All right, let's relook at this. That might not be worth it if that's the case. All right, +1/+1 counters. Or anything that works with +1/+1 counters. And anything that allows that can help with Keenan. Let's rethink that as well. All right. Keenan and +1/+1 counters. Because that whole thing just might not work if we've cut most everything there. The other thing that we might be able to do is just look at our stacks portion. Because right now we're stacks +1/+1 counters, tokens, a little bit of blank. Like maybe the stacks part just doesn't need to be there. That doesn't work with Keenan though. Or I need to get rid of like the +1/+1, all of that kind of stuff going on. think I'd maybe prefer the stacks anyway. That seems more interesting. Blinkable. Song of the Dryads. There we go. Yeah, you hate the idea of stacks. You like the idea of stacks, but hate playing it. I really haven't played stacks in a long time, and I don't have all of those pieces in here. I want them to be like legendary, so I don't have to necessarily like worry about that. But I mean, technically, um, I don't think I'm doing that right. How did I get rid of that? Oh, fresh card. All right. All right. Let's see if there's any stacks pieces in there. I think we're about to get rid of the Keenan and +1/+1 counter stuff. That'll be a big help. That'll be a big move. Technically. All right. So I think Keenan go away. I think Pierre Lazav. All right. I have a static orb as well. I'd prefer not to play that, but I'll go Birds and Noble. And I think we keep King and Toothy. And then I think we end up cutting the rest of these parts. So we're cutting the +1/+1 counter deal. We're kind of cutting. So Pierre, Lizelle, Keenan, Micaeus, Renata. We'll keep Shalai. Shalai is perfectly fine in there. Hamza, Inspiring Call. I think we cut Cryptolith right, just because Keenan is good in there. Team stacks. Hashtag Team Forest Walk. All right, so we just got a major part there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right, let's get another count on here. 6, 7, 8, 9. 30. 30. 30. So we have 93 right now. Woof. 93. All right. Not too bad though. All right, let's see here. 93 still means we need to cut roughly 30 cards for what's going on. And here's the thing, stacks might end up getting thinned out here. All right. Let's put these in order again. I'm not going past 1. All right. Glare of the Subdual. Yeah. Well, Static Orb affects you too, even with Glare of Subdual and stuff like that. All right. Protection. Technically ramp. I like the idea of Azor. Non-creature spells with converted mana cost 4 or greater can't be played. X spells can't be played. I mean, they're just not here. I don't necessarily care about that. All right. Gaddock's being cut. Do I care about that? Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. I'm okay with that idea. I like this passive pump. That's drawing. Ramp. Technically ramp. I think this does enough. This is removal / protection. I'm okay with that. That is draw. That is protection. That is removal. That is just Team Forest Walk right here. Protection. Draw. Scry. Land. Draw. Token. Tokens. Lavinia can get cut. At the beginning of your end step, for each player, put a 1/1 counter on up to one target creature that player controls. Each creature with one or more counters on it can't attack unless they pay. So I'm down with that. I'm cool. Players can't pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents. This is very nice with a blank. And it stops a little bit of stuff. Can't pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast spells or activate abilities. So I like that. I don't know where to put it though. Probably there. Linvala can probably go. Same thing with Dosen. I still like Thassa. Non-basic lands and creatures. It's not really fitting in here, but I like it. Maybe. All right. I think we're cutting the stack stuff. I mean, we still have a little bit of the elements in here, but we got to get real aggressive on some of these cuts here. Let's look at Jedit Ojanen. He is a legendary creature token deck. That's kind of all right. We want to lean into the forest and the forest walk and stuff like that. I'm down with that. And that's kind of where we're at. Like if things work, like Yashin or Nils, like I'm cool with that. But if it doesn't necessarily work, if it's just straight hate, we'll get rid of it. Yeah. All right. I think that can go. Protection. I like to populate. Boom, boom, boom. Malira. That is that. I'd have to look that up. I know that's the no poison counter stuff, but I don't remember what it does beyond that. Like, can't put like counters on your stuff. Yeah, I don't think that does enough there. Yeah, it's a cheap legendary. Um, pump. Well, I think I have enough cheap legendaries in here. Yeah, I'm not really worried. Oh, at least where I'm playing, I'm not worried about the -1 counters. It's a draw. That's likely land. Draw. Blanchwood Armor is one of them. Draw. Rejection. Make it hard. Technically, they're doing different things here, but blink. Draw, and draws. Tokens. All right. Feeling a bit better about that. All right, we cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. They're not bad cards. They just they don't necessarily fit the deck. All right. 6 down, 30 to go. All right. Let's see here. I still like the idea of Sakashima, Spark Double, being able to copy. The Legends seems nice. Peregrine Dynamo. Target activated or triggered ability. And it doesn't. So triggered can be ETBs, stuff like that. Of a legendary creature. So like Karuga seems really good. Flipper did be fine. I don't know. I think this is a trigger. So we might be able to copy that. I'm not 100% sure. Can copy Gretchen and Thrasios and Reki and Toothy. Those are all triggers. Let's see here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20. 20 on the draw. I'm okay with that for now. All right. Where are we at the ramp? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20, 25. I've been putting last year I was putting Sakashima in a lot. Like it's really nice and Omnath, Calamax, any place where you can get a lot of triggers. It's pretty nice. Here I think it has the flexibility of just being able to be more legends. We'll see. All right, looking to get 5 cuts out of the land still. Wake, Ashaya, Sword, Relic, Bear Umbra, Nature's Will. Non-token creatures you control are forest. Okay. So that could really bring Gaia's Liege up huge. Growing Rights seems good. Simone. 2, 3. Okay, Signet, Yasharn. God darn it. I like them all. I like it all. All right. When I looked at these, I like those still. All right. All right. Miri, Cat Warrior. Of course you would. Of course you would. All right. Miri, Cat Warrior. This is the Forest Walk section. So it's Vigilance, Forest Strike, or First Strike, Forest Walk. And I think Jedit Ojanen is quite nice in here. Maybe we cut Miri. I think I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that. Just keep on cutting down. Oh boy. All right. Let's look at our removal. Yeah. And okay. Let's read these big ones. Can't be countered. Flying lifelink. Opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Legendary. It's nice to have. It's nice. It's nice. I don't have any problem with it. When Azor enters the battlefield, each opponent can't cast instants or sorcery spells during that player's next turn. And whenever Azor attacks, you may pay, 3 and X. If you do, you gain X life and draw X cards. So it's kind of like Hope of Go Pure, just way different. Works pretty well with the blink. I don't have a ton of blink at this point, but enough. Here'd be the blink. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. We're going to cut that. We'll cut Azor. Probably want Lavinia back in, but we'll leave it. We'll leave it. All right. Cloud Shift is nice. Tashar. We got a little bit of graveyard stuff. More sacrificing. Might want to see how many creatures we actually sacrifice after this. Baird is nice. Linvala is good protection. Yeah. Safi is one that sacrifices. I like both of these just for the pure protection. Rootborn and Druid's Deliverance are nice for the populate. Blink, blink. Free counter spells are very nice. Is Nils worth it? I mean, people run. Do I have to put a at the beginning of your end step for each player, put a 1/1 counter on up to one target. So I don't have to. If I'm not worried about it, I can still put it on my creature. So if somebody's running +1/+1 counters, that's fine. Shalai, Essior, Hope. You know what? I should go along and see what kind of stuff here works. When just like sacrificing it and seeing if see here. Not many more sacrificing stuff. Okay, that's all right. Tashar might not make it. I think King created this sacrifices. Tokens get indestructible. Everything gets forest walk. +2/+2 for every token. Still seems pretty good. I'm all right with those. Oh, and King Darien fits under there as well. And then the token bit. All right. We like Adrix because it's legend. Second Harvest is nice. Riss is a legend. Creature tokens would be creative. I think we might cut these. Let's cut those. plenty of creatures fall under there, but we only have 4 that sacrifice. So does that mean Tashar is something that we want to cut? Probably not. Because there's plenty of stuff that just kind of works in here. All right, let's get a count. Like I said, I don't want to go to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 30. 7, 8. 30. 1. 22. All right. Still need 22 cuts. That puts us at 61, 71, 81, 83. That is that's a long time. I think. Is there anything else that I could be doing? Let's see where our curve is at. And then probably starting to think about calling it a night, if that makes sense. Let's see where this curve is at. We don't need it to be too off, but so hopefully, I'm pretty sure we don't have it too crazy. I think 4 and 3 are probably still kind of fat, but might not be too horrid. To let's see here. 5, 3. Three, 2, 2. Three, 5, 3. That looks respectable. I'm not upset about that curve at this point. All right. I think we want Jin in here. We got enough like land on tappers. Because basically what we're looking at, like Bear Umbra, Sword, like we want to like ramp out a Jin Gataxius, or just gaining some value through Thrasios or Gretchen, or be able to play more of your hand through Jedit and just getting some of that stuff. So, all right, that's 6 mana slot, Jedit and Gaia's Liege. So these 3 spots are the 3 green pips I'd normally probably worry about, but I kind of want to force the forest. Force the forest. um, I think we got to get aggressive. We'll cut Dragon Lord. That's something that I'm terribly worried about. Sword of Hearth and Home, Kasali, Sword of Feast and Famine, Shaya, Nissa, and Karuga. Those were all quite good in the 5 spot. Yeah, I like that. I'm all right with that so far. Grand Arbiter seems pretty good in here. Sharn I like. It has that ETB. Nature's Will can untap a bunch. Bear Umbra's gonna be able to untap some land. Baird, Concerted Effort. Adrix and Nev. Second Harvest. I think I took out those other counters though. I still like Adrix and Nev, but we'll get rid of Second Harvest. Shar still makes kind of sense to me. Like plenty of historic spells to be being cast. Toothy, whenever you draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on it. We don't have much +1/+1 counter support, but we do have blink, so we can build it up a little bit, blink it, draw some more cards. Spark Double, Guardian Project. Again, don't have much blink here. That's non-token creature enters the battlefield. What's that going to get me? Like 1? We can cut Guardian Project, I think. Because it's that, that fat draw. Gotta eventually get rid of a little bit. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, draw a card, which is basically the same thing as Guardian Project, but legend. Stuff like that. So I still like Reki. Growing Rights. Sorry. Derevi. I like Yavimaya. Your Interlude for the blank tapping. Let's cut Nils. I think it. I don't really like giving them the +1/+1 counters. I don't know how often that happens. Like it might hurt somebody, not everybody. Miri still works. Grazilax. Still like the idea of Edric, Rootborn, Peregrine, Dynamo. That's just gonna make somebody big. Song of Dryad. Or Shards. Still, I like this. This is a decent push. I don't have a lot of. Let's get rid of Inspiring Leader. Oof. Oof. All right. Vala. Other creatures get +1/+1. That's good enough. Other cats get +1/+1. Then we have Rory's Wake, which gives +1/+1. I'm okay with that so far. All right. Haka. I don't even know what this is. And in each foretold card you own, at the beginning of your end step, choose a card type, then reveal the top 2 cards of your library. Put all cards of the chosen type in your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Yeah, it's definitely all about the bird for this one. Fun sight ain't bad if I want to put like a huge guy down, but Gretchen, Thrasios, SCR, I like Shikigi. Yeah. Reality chip. Life tap? Nobody puts life tap in there. Come on. Come on. Revisits, Nature's Lore, Sylvan Scrying, Zimone, Zaffy, Charter course. All right. Five. You may draw a card. Should I be thinking about getting rid of? I don't want to get too much. If I get rid of this, I got to figure out other replacements for draws. So might as well keep them around for a bit. Hope, crop. Yeah. All right. Starting to be able to hold in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cuts that time. Not too shabby. What I say last time, 20. We needed 20 cuts. So we're down to 15. Getting into a respectable zone. Let's see here. Let's go into card types real quick. Let's just get all the creatures out of the way. Still plenty of creatures in here, it seems like. Plenty of legends. Probably actually make a legend count and see where we're at. All right. So right now we have 1, 2, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. So right now we have 40 creatures, which probably needs to be cut back. But legends 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 15, 16. 34. 34 legends, which is not bad at all. All right. So how do we probably lower the amount of creatures? Let's take a look through here. Pretty tough. We can cut Reese. Maybe. I don't know. We're just cutting out all the token support at this point, which might be fine. We'll cut it. It's cheap. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Come on. One creature in that one slot. Hardly matters at that point, right? I think we cut to Shar. Like we just don't have enough creatures. We don't have really enough mill. All right. Enchantments and artifacts. All right. One planeswalker. Doubling the amount of manas I have. I'd rather have Mirari's Wake. We can cut that. I think we can cut that. Let's look through sorceries here. 5, 6, yeah. Draw, ramp, ramp. To a technicality. Like, sorceries are fine. Instant speed. Protection, it's going to be blink. 1 counterspell, crop rotation. That counterspell really, it'll save me. Come on, let's be honest. Non-creature spell. That'll save my bacon, guaranteed. Druid's Deliverance. I like these instants. Okay, that's fine. Artifacts. Peace and Famine. Hearth and Home. Yeah, legend specific. Oh, yeah, I like all these too. All right, enchantments. Five can get me into Gataxius range pretty quick. Wake's pretty damn good. Growing Rights, that's something that I want. The beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more creatures, transform. As a battlefield, look at the top. It is a legendary spell. Life Tap, I still think that's a really kind of a fun, cool card. Blanchwood Armor. 6 Sense. 1 with Nature. Draw. Song of the Dryad. War Shards. Alright, cut 3 cards that round. That's 8 total from the 20 I needed. All right, 30. $30. Ugh. 15. So we're 14 over. We're at 75. Not too bad. I think I'm going to call that for the night. That was a lot of work, really hard. But I think we're getting somewhere. I think it's going to be looking fun. I appreciate everybody that watched the first part and the second part here tonight. That was I think we're getting something kind of cool here. And so I hope I'll finish this up on my own and probably play it here when we live cast here in a couple of weeks. I'm going to play Varric first, and then I'll play Jedit Ojanen after kind of goldfishing with it again. If you haven't, subscribe, give the the video a like. I hope that you enjoyed this, saw some cards that you'd never seen before, or some ideas that you wanted to work around with. Either way, I hope you had fun. And again, I appreciate you watching. And all right, bye.